It's Tuesday, March 20th. You are experiencing the Crave podcast. I'm Donald Bell.
Eric Franklin.
Bonnie Cha.
We need to speed up these intros.
Yeah,
I set the tone as being like kind of. I pull it back a little bit for emphasis.
Sure.
But I feel like it just kind of
emphasis, and then it just farts into your mouth.
Yeah. Then it's just
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's not very good.
It's Tuesday, March 20th. You're experiencing the Crave podcast, and I'm Donald Bell.
I'm Eric Franklin.
And I'm Bonnie Cha.
And I'm seriously going to tell you some interesting news.
The Macho Man, Donald Bell.
No, that was pretty good. I think that's a keeper.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it from now on.
Okay.
That way. Let's do our WWE version of the intro every time we do this. I like it.
All right.
Sweet.
Good. You know what else I like?
What?
Lamps that reference the video games of my youth.
I love that too.
I love when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that thing.
Yeah.
All right,
And
moving
such a
on.
thing- Glad we got that settled.
Yeah. No, we, and by we, I mean all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone.
Well,
even
except for
you guys
Steven.
listening
Steven
out
wasn't
there.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes,
Steven.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Next time. We got to visit.
Steven's not what you would call a team player.
Steven is,
all of
I think,
us.
too much a team
Behind
player
that.
because he has to do a lot of podcasts here in the studio,
Whatever, man.
produce stuff.
I don't want to hear excuses, Steven.
We
I'm part of the team.
we get to sneak out and visit some makers making stuff that we like.
That's right.
Bonnie, would you like
These
to tell me about
makers.
these makers?
Yes. Well, we all got to go, like Donald said, to meet Brian Duxbury and Adam Ellsworth. And they make this 8-bit question block lamp, which Super Mario Bro fans should recognize as kind of the coin block that Mario smashes to get coins and
I
other
like that.
other mushrooms.
And for
That's
the
what you-
record, he doesn't headbutt. He actually
He punches.
He punches.
He
That's right.
uppercuts.
Close to his
basically.
head.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird kind of uppercut.
Yeah.
It's kind of hammer fist uppercut thing. But yes, he doesn't hit it with his head, people.
No, it's with,
always been his fist.
and that's how you
Like
turn
a
on the
pixel.
lamp.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go.
It's a capacitive activated lamp or a
Yes.
touch lamp.
And it makes the sound, and on every 8th hit, you get the 1-up sound.
Yeah.
Which they were telling us that Super Mario Brothers purists were kind of upset because
It's not every eighth.
every 100.
Yin, yin.
Duh.
This thing sucks.
I want my
Kick
money
it out
back.
the window. So it's like chuck it through a glass window.
But no, it was a cool story. Like, Brian has a day job and he just likes to do these kind of DIY projects on the weekends, but he has 2 kids and he's like, I'm never gonna have time to do this. But he sent himself a note saying, do this one day.
Right.
And he was talking with Adam.
Is that all it takes to send yourself a note?
Yes,
then
apparently
it
that's
just
what I've
happens.
been doing wrong.
Okay.
I never sent myself an email.
Future me is doing so many cool things.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Future me is awesome. And I am not.
And you aren't present day Eric Franklin.
No.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah. But anyway, he met up with Brian or with Adam, and they've been making these lamps. And
Yeah, they were cool guys.
Yeah, it was a cool story.
Young guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
too young.
Like
Made one-
embarrassingly young
Yeah,
for
like-
me.
Embarrassing for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've done nothing. with my
Yeah,
life.
exactly. You've created
Great.
Super Mario blocks that people can punch and
Right.
it makes sounds.
And
That's
I-
more than I've done in my entire 38 years of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pick them up on Etsy.
Yep.
Or if you're me, you pick them up after the meeting you have
That's
with
right.
the makers of them.
Yeah. So they sell them pre-assembled, or you can buy a DIY kit, which is what Donald bought.
Have
right
you-
on the spot?
Did you do that? Did you put it together?
Yeah. It's almost done.
Oh, okay.
It's
You're still working on it.
not long story, but it's a.
Do you have like a workshop in your garage or something like that that you can go into and kind of work on that kind of stuff?
No, I just put a tarp over my head, and then I get soldering, and then I get kind of buzzed on the fumes, and then these magical visions start happening.
Yeah.
And then I think that I've made them.
Right.
Right.
But I just have a bunch of unassembled kits in the back of my house.
Right. Basically, you're just on the floor drooling when your kid comes in.
Right.
He has to see that every time.
Yeah.
Daddy?
It's
But
probably not good.
it's better than the actual work involved in trying to learn how to actually do this stuff. You know?
Well, I mean, there's some. Well, I mean, is it better? it's probably easier.
It's a path of least
Keeps your life
resistance.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's a good way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah.
Except when your kid's crying over you and you're under the tarp and
Yeah.
what happened to
Right.
Daddy?
Why does this
Yeah.
keep
What's
happening?
happening?
All the soldering
Oh,
iron
that's
burns
right.
on my fingers from when I pass out too. It's probably
He's
a better way to do
bleeding
this.
again.
I should probably just really learn how to do this stuff.
Why are his pants down?
That's Eric Franklin. All right, so that's cool. Yeah, and you should check out the article that Bonnie wrote up on these guys and the
Photo gallery.
the question mark lamp, not the Mario Brothers lamp,
No.
pending
Right.
litigation, but
Right.
Right.
the question mark lamp, block lamp thing.
Lamp.
Yeah,
Bit.
it's cool. Also, Tech Shop, the place where we did that interview,
That
is
was
pretty cool. I
awesome.
want to go back
Yeah.
there again.
Yeah. Pretty crafty.
The MP3 DJ doorbell is my next topic of conversation.
Nice transition.
Well, actually, these two go together well because the Mario lamp is this thing where you touch it and then it makes that special Mario block sound, right? This is another one where you have this touch device and you can program it to ring whatever sound you want. You load up your own MP3s, up to 10,000 different songs, and when people ring your doorbell, you can be delighted to hear any number of these 10,000 songs that you program into it. Or just one.
Like a ringtone for doorbells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
What would your doorbell be?
Well, I think it would probably be best if it was like Who Let the Dogs Out, and then it automatically triggered Doberman pinchers to come and actually attack
Release
the
the
person
hounds.
who
Would
ringing my
ask you
doorbell.
release the hounds.
Yes.
Just like blood stains.
Yeah.
And human meringues. Human meringues.
Meringues.
Human
Sounds like
meringue pie.
sounds like a
delicious.
sounds great. No wonder those Dobermans love it so much. Yes, that's a new flavor of Ben and Jerry. Ben and Jerry's
Human meringue.
I like that.
I don't.
That should
I
be
will
like
pass.
Yeah.
the remake of Soylent Green. That was a movie, whatever. That should be.
Charles Heston.
Yeah, it's made from people. Human meringue pie.
How are we feeding this exploding population with tasty desserts? There's a secret. You don't want to know. No, this is cool. I think, especially, I have kind of a dumb old doorbell that I've broken accidentally, so it just goes. I can tell from that weird broken, not quite connecting to the chime sound that someone's ringing my doorbell.
Either someone's ringing your doorbell, or
yeah.
there's like a creepy old man outside.
Yeah. Plus, it's only $50.
doing things.
$50. You can upgrade to this MP3
10,000
doorbell
songs.
technology.
Not too shabby.
I like the way it looks.
Yeah. So go get it. I'm craving it.
You craving it? All
Yep.
right.
For these next two stories, I'm bundling these up under the "Thank You, Japan" tagline.
Very nice.
Okay.
The first one is a Japanese hand crank vending machine that takes a long time to charge up. But once you crank it for about like 5 solid minutes and your arm's about to fall off and you're wondering why you're doing it, you then have enough charge in the vending machine to dispense at least a dozen drinks.
Do you have to pay for them?
Yes.
Oh. Then
Well,
what's the
This
point of
was
this again?
designed for emergency situations, so like an earthquake or something, and you need
So there's no
water or
electricity,
something. Yeah, you crank this.
but you still got to pay for it, even in an earthquake or something. That's
Yes.
well.
Well, oh.
It goes for a while.
Wow. That's and it's
You
still
really
going.
need to work for
Yep,
your
still.
water.
Huh.
Well, here's the thing, right? A tsunami or earthquake knocks out electricity, and then you've got these streets in Japan that are just lined with vending machines that you can't actually use because the power's gone down.
Well, you just break them open.
Well, maybe they're too hard to break open, or the Japanese are too polite to do that.
Right.
Sure. Too honorable.
So this is a way you can get it up and running on its own power, and then get the delicious biru out of it, and you know,
and
gummy
then go about
Japanese
your day.
treats.
Go about your post-apocalyptic day
Yeah.
with your glass.
your-
You're right.
bottle
Zombie
of-
Fritos
apocalypse
and
would be
water.
bad because all of the hand crank sound would probably track the zombies.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then,
Then you get bitten in the neck from behind or something.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to find a better way to zombie-proof
that
this
into account.
technology.
Yeah.
But pretty neat. I just love hand crank anything, you know. That is not as dirty as it sounded. That was not nearly. You're having to. Yeah. I was about to say you're having to reach. Woo. Dang.
Yeah, I just the jokes just write themselves.
Digging the
folks.
hole.
Just
Digging deep.
love the silence
Yeah.
there.
Oh, man.
What you digging that hole in? It's a simple question, Donald.
Gosh.
Hand crank.
Stop making this
hole
dirty.
digging machine.
I don't know what your problem is.
Oh.
It's just a dirty mind. That's all it is.
I don't know. There's no dirty angle on this next one. This is how I'm going to bail myself out.
All right.
The Panasonic rice cooker now responds to your smartphone.
Okay.
You can wave your smartphone over your certain kind of RFID compatible smartphone over this Panasonic rice cooker, and it will automatically start cooking your rice to your preferred specifications, and it will also apparently beam up a number of rice recipes. Apparently there's over 100, or it'll download up to 100 rice recipes to your phone.
But you have to wave it over the rice cooker, or can you just is it like a remote control?
No, apparently you have to wave it. That's what I was
Wow.
hoping for. It was like you be on the bus or something and be like, start cooking my rice.
Exactly.
So what's the
I'll be home
difference
soon.
between waving it and just pushing
No, you
the
just
button?
text your wife that usually. Start cooking my wife. I'll be on with my rice. Not my wife. Start cooking
It's
my
the
wife.
human meringue again.
Exactly. You know this is me, right? I'm not gonna start cooking myself, Donald. That doesn't work. This looks like a printer. I don't know. So what's the convenience again? You still have to
Yeah.
put the rice into your rice cooker, right? Like it doesn't actually. The phone doesn't. It's not some kind of automated.
It's saving you a
creates-
couple steps. Instead of you having to,
Press
press
buttons.
the button and put in the selected time and duration, all the different
You just do
advanced
the-
settings on this. You just kind of go
Jedi
and
trick.
Jedi over it.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it is very Japanese for this to be a rice cooker, but this could trickle over into the American markets, right? For our more Americanized George Foreman grilly type appliances,
yeah,
right?
Eric.
Deep fat fryers,
Sure.
barbecues.
I love deep fat
Sure.
fryers.
Donut makers.
Do not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Slow cookers.
I guess.
yeah.
Crock pot.
Yeah. I don't think that those things need.
What if it was
are
like-
as complex as rice?
Well, I don't really agree that it needs to be like RFID, especially since there's really not a lot of phones yet that have RFID
Yeah.
little things in them.
You said RFID. I know no idea what you're talking about. I didn't know that there was that we were-
RFID.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah. But you could have like an AirPlay enabled toaster or something, right, for your iPhone. Where you
Sure.
can say like, and just wirelessly.
I like your
start
idea
your
with
toaster
the
going.
being on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of
That would
being
make
rude to your
more
wife,
useful-
you
yeah.
yeah. I mean, that seems like that would be.
Well, they have those commercials now where like you can make sure your garage door is closed when
your
you're on
phone?
vacation in Hawaii or somewhere. You're like, oh my god, we left the garage door open.
Well, at least we know.
Yeah.
Should we leave the vacation or what's?
We-
No, but then you can remotely close
you
it.
can-
Oh, you
Yeah.
can close it from
Yeah.
there. Okay. Well, the scum have already entered your house. I'm sure at that point.
Right.
It's too late. Because as soon as you
Maybe,
left,
but you
they're-
could trap them.
Yeah,
in,
you can trap
right?
them in. Then it becomes like Home Alone. Trap them in with your 10-year-old son. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just reaching here. It's just I'm just spitballing.
Yeah,
Let
No,
it
you're-
go. Let it
No. This is a reaching.
Let it go,
podcast.
Donald. Let it go. Let that hand crank go.
Oh. All right, but I think this is kind of neat. The connected appliance deal.
I like where it's going.
All
I
right.
don't like where it is
Yes.
right now.
Agreed.
But its trajectory is
It's on the right
it's on the right path.
path.
Yeah. Bonnie and I feel the same about
Yeah.
this.
We're just overthinking everything we're saying to make sure it's not perverted. We can't even talk anymore. We're
Path.
paralyzed.
Path, just a bit-
Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
well, that was the Japanese segment that I had organized.
well done.
We have a follow-up to last week when we were looking for Crave's most dedicated Star Wars fan.
That's right. We have a winner.
We found one.
Did we find me?
I think we've gone beyond you.
Oh.
The winner is Brian Rowland from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yay!
And he has most of his body covered in Star Wars tattoos.
Oh my god.
That's his
That's his hand.
hand.
Thank
On
God.
his other hand, he has R2-D2. But I don't have that picture in there.
Can you imagine him in a fight? He's like, which one do you want? Darth Vader or R2-D2?
Little R2-D2.
But he's had over 600 hours of work done on his tattoo.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
That's a giant Darth Vader on his
On
back
his
there,
back.
huh?
Yep.
Um,
But we got lots of great entries.
Wow.
So thank you, everyone, for entering.
I gotta say,
Next year, you're going to have to tattoo your face if you want to win
I
the
know,
competition.
'cause I think Brian set the bar pretty high.
is it just me? And I'm not trying to. I'm glad he won. Thank you for entering. And I gotta say though, that back tattoo,
Yeah.
other than the Darth Vader there,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That space doesn't look very Star Warsy to me. Like that, like
The
the
background.
planet with the rings with it, and the nebula. That doesn't look very Star Warsy to me. Star Wars is always just like when I imagine Star Wars.
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
always just
It looks like a
stars.
Star
Right.
Trek space
Yeah,
background.
it does. It does. It looks something more akin to the Milky Way galaxy or something. I don't. When I think of Star Wars, I think of just stars. And I know in like the new movies you see a little bit more variety, but the new movies suck, so I don't care about those.
But do you know how much black ink had to be put into this guy's skin to make Darth Vader? Like just the
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
of that cape alone?
Hey, can one of you guys drop the link in the rundown? Because I don't have his back tattoo.
It's
Oh,
in
okay.
the
It's in the-
article, but here.
Oh, I'll put it in the rundown. It's right.
There's 2 links in the article, right?
I put it in the rundown now.
But yeah.
Anyways, I see your point.
Yeah, and man, dude, I hope you're doing regular checks on your liver, because that ink is there's like that stuff can be poisonous if you put too much stuff in there, like especially the black ink. It's like so thick, and the Yakuza guys have problems with this. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like they're ruining their livers by putting these like giant tattoos on their backs. And I know I'm sounding like a prick now because you won. Well, here's the other side of that.
Hope you're glad you're living.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're dying slowly because you have a back tattoo of Darth Vader on you. I don't know.
Yeah, way to bring it down.
Yeah,
Eric.
thanks. How do you even recover from
I don't know. You don't.
Debbie
You just come down here with me, and join me.
Well, on that downer tip here, I've got the Do Not Crave
Oh,
segment
yes.
of Crave.
All right.
This one is a iPhone charger that's powered by your breath, specifically harnessed by this horrible-looking mask you wear on your face.
The air mask.
It looks
The
like
airy mask.
it looks like the League of Shadows mask from Batman Begins.
It kind of, to me, it looks like an original Battlestar Galactica.
Cylon.
Cylon
Yeah, I get
face.
that. So you started saying that, I get that. I don't know why. I guess they have like that right there. Yeah, I guess they do have that. They
Yeah.
have that
The original one.
kind of. Yeah.
So yeah, you can get this and just breathe your way to recharging your iPhone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's actually just a concept, so you can't get this.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. Well, the
Is that
concept
good
is
or bad?
awesome.
I don't know.
yeah, I think then this is not. I don't think we're gonna find Kickstarter funding for this particular concept.
Yeah, I don't know. That mask doesn't look too comfortable.
No.
I don't know. And
I mean, I like the idea
yeah,
of that renewable energy, but
sure.
yeah.
The idea is great.
Yes. Again,
Again,
on
once
the right
again,
path. but-
we have tons of great ideas in this world, but it does look like Sector in Cyrax Mortal Kombat.
All right, we have some fan mail.
Yay.
Play the fan mail music.
No, well, yeah, we have the no.
Fan mail, fan mail, fan mail, fan mail.
It's like a little Herb Alpert kind of fan mail intro.
Donald's
a little
looking a
shoulder
little
dance.
queer.
I know.
All right, Herb Alpert makes me happy. This is from Joseph.
Yosef.
It's like Joseph, but with a Z.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "Hello, Crave Podcast crew. In almost every single one of your episodes, you guys always say that you barely get any emails where I'm writing you guys to get the word out that you guys are making a freshman in college in Las Vegas, Nevada very happy when watching the Crave Podcast. I wonder who this freshman is."
In Las Vegas?
Yeah. Huh. Oh, maybe it's probably Joseph. That makes sense.
Joseph.
Okay.
Isn't it Joseph?
I love Crave. I believe is a good compliment to the Crave blog, which is where I learn and find out many interesting things week by week, and get to hear your guys' thoughts about the highlights of the week that was posted on the blog. And when I found out that Bonnie Cha would be leaving Dialed In for the Crave podcast, I was thrilled. But Donald and Eric should be proud of themselves for representing the geeky individuals such as myself on the podcast. He loves Eric's Geek News segment. He's been pleased with the recent episodes that have been longer, and that we fill his day with Crave's geeky jokes, laughter, and lucky, funny, perverted comments. Keep up the good work. Well, we definitely got you covered on perversion this particular episode.
So is Donald. Donald
Donald.
is the Donald has himself covered
Human meringue.
with his tarp and his
hand-
crank.
hand crank.
Yeah.
God. Oh, really?
But thank you, Joseph. That was a very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. And also to our Star Wars winner. I'm just
Damage control.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm backpedaling. No, I'm not backpedaling. I mean, I think it's great that he did that. I worry about his safety. That's all. It's his health.
Concerned,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a
Sure.
little concerned about
Sure.
it. That's all. But anyway, he knows what he's doing. He's a grown man.
All right.
There you go.
I'm going to let you talk some more in our favorite segment called
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom.
Came back earlier than I expected. I was just about to pick my nose.
I mean, you can.
I
but-
can.
Stopped you before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. No one stops me. The camera's on me. What are you talking about?
You shouldn't.
Speaking of being picky.
Yeah.
Nice segue, sir.
Yeah. There is a growing group on the internet that are dissatisfied with the ending to Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is the latest game in the Mass Effect series, and there are a few people on the internet who played through the game and didn't like where their Shepard ended up, I guess. I haven't played through the whole game so far, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I don't want it spoiled for me. I got a little small piece of a spoiler research in this today.
Now, Mass Effect 3, isn't that the game, when we were just talking about it a few weeks ago, where like you have so many different paths that you can
Right.
take?
Yes.
So it would make sense that you would have a lot of different endings given all those
Right?
different paths.
No?
Supposedly there are a lot of different endings
Okay.
depending on your galaxy at war readiness. You're trying to get like this whole huge group together to fight, the main enemy. And based on that, and based on how much resources you guys have gathered, is going to affect the ending. But I'm not. But people, I feel like people have different problems with the ending. Like some people have problems with the story. Some people have problems with the execution. Some people have problems with, it's not what they would have picked for their character they've been playing through 3 games with. And I can feel that. I can feel people have problems. You have problems, but I really have a hard time with BioWare, the company that made the game, considering changing the ending to appease fans.
Fans, right?
I have a problem with that. I don't even know what the ending is, and if it's a mechanical
I bet the
thing,
princess is in another castle.
yes, exactly.
Call it right now.
Sorry, Shepard, but our Miranda's in another castle. No,
So you think BioWare should just stick to their?
I think that they should
original?
stick to their guns. I like I said, I don't know what the ending is, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like succumbing to this kind of pressure from fans who, like, this one guy filed something with the FTC saying, like, I paid for this game and it's not satisfying. It's like, come on, man, really? I mean, I this reeks of just out of control ego, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like someone's just like, well, I won't stand for this, BioWare. I paid $60 for this game and I expect the ending that I expected. It's just
Yeah.
Now,
even if I hate the ending, I wouldn't be like.
But
you
I
gotta
do
change it.
understand, like, when you invest that much of your life in these games now, where it's like months of your life go into playing them and developing your character and getting to the end, you want the payoff to be something
Yes.
surprising and worthy of your time.
Yes. You want it to be worthwhile. You want it to be satisfying.
Right.
I agree completely with that, and I everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I don't even know what the ending is. So if you're dissatisfied with the ending, yes, more power to you. But asking the company to change the ending, that just seems like it's going a step too far. Do you guys like, Bonnie? I mean, is that something that you would support, like changing?
No, I'd be like, okay, that was the ending. It sucked, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, change it for me,
Right.
Because I don't like it.
That's the way it is.
That's not my expectation.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Yeah. Man, I feel like that's why people got so annoyed with Lucas. It was like, look, man, I know today you have kids and stuff, and back then you didn't have kids, and you wanted to change it, make it more kid friendly and whatever. But you've shot the movie that you shot
Yeah.
in 1977 or whatever it was for a reason. It's the way it is because of who you were when you shot that movie. And because of who you were and because of the way it is, it's affected me in a certain way. So if you're going to go and change it now, then it changes my perspective on that movie. Like if I don't have Han shooting first, it doesn't feel right.
I would say in both cases, the punishment for having a crappy ending for something that you've built up so much is that people just aren't going to buy the next one. Or like
Right.
you're going to lose the hardcore fans that have supported you all this way.
Sure.
I think in George Lucas's case, there's so much momentum of Star Wars fandom and like lives and tattoos that have been built up into a Star Wars identity that you can probably afford to disappoint them a little bit without getting sued. But in the case of Mass Effect, I could see that. I mean, I'm sure they want a Mass Effect 4, and if they disappoint fans and get people thinking like, well, if you're going to screw me over this bad, I'm going to stop investing in this Mass Effect franchise.
Do you think that'll happen? Isn't that a really popular game? I don't know.
It's a very popular game series. They've said that the Mass Effect, this is the end of the trilogy. This is the end of the trilogy. Doesn't necessarily mean this is the last Mass Effect game.
Right.
Like with the character you've been using, Shepard, this is probably that character's last game, maybe. But I think the franchise will continue in the years to come because it's a popular franchise. So they do have to protect that IP, And if you look on like Metacritic and stuff like that, it's got really low ratings from users, but really high ratings from critics, because of just sticking points. I think when something gets really, really popular, it's kind of easy to kind of pick at it. I think it's almost expected these days when something's really anticipated comes out, and maybe it's not and nothing can ever live up to everyone's expectations. And when we have really high expectations, you're bound to be disappointed. And when that happens, people react. People react emotionally because they're like you said, they've been playing with these characters for a long time. They're emotionally connected to the universe and the characters. So I understand being upset about it. I don't support trying to make BioWare change the ending. So.
All right.
There you go.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. And Bonnie.
Well, I
Your
still don't know what the
feeling is-
ending is.
I mean, I would never have that expectation.
If the ending is like suddenly, Rainbow Bright pops out of a space capsule and tells you that the universe is meaningless and you shouldn't have wasted all of your time playing this game, then I'd be a little bit upset and then I would sue them.
But at the same time, I would love that.
I would.
I'd be
like,
upset.
that's the
I'm like,
best
that is the
ending
Or like
ballsiest move
Nyan
ever.
Cat. If it's just like half hour of like Nyan Cat, then I'd be like, that's going too far. You're definitely toying with me at that point.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, but if that's their choice, then that's their choice. I have to live with it.
It's the art. Yeah, you have to.
It's live with the consequences.
All right, what else do we have?
What else we have? Speaking of consequences, the characters of the new Prometheus trailer have to deal with some really, really dire consequences of their curiosity and their kind of assumptions about the universe. They introduced a new trailer. We're gonna check it out right here, right now.
king has his reign. And then he dies. It's inevitable.
Prometheus has landed.
These are ancient civilizations that were separated by centuries, and yet this same pictogram was discovered in every one of them.
They're smiling.
I think they want us to come and find them.
We're all here because of a map you two kids found in a cave.
Not a map. An invitation.
From whom?
Please tell me you can read that.
Prometheus, are you seeing this?
Whatever that probe is picking up, it's reading life form. What do you mean a life form?
Oh, the head. They're changing.
Changing into what?
It's moving? These things moving?
What is that?
There's a ship. They're leaving.
To go where?
Earth.
We were so wrong. Take us home! If you don't stop it, there won't be any home to go back to.
Where's that door open? Got it up! Got it up!
Big things have small beginnings.
Having a panic attack over here.
Man,
God damn.
tense.
I think that trailer's really well done. Has
That
the
was very
requisite
well done.
brown from
I know.
Inception. You know,
I feel like those are the two instruments I want to take up now. Is like the bassoon trumpet or whatever that is, like the foghorn
powerful,
trumpet,
yeah.
and then the whatever
kinda
that
screaming
the
kinda-
screaming bird
Like-
call.
yeah, really well done. Like I don't even know if that's in the soundtrack. I don't know if that's from some other property or something, but yeah, that looks awesome. I like all those actors that are in it, and it just looks. The effects look great from the scenes we've seen, and we don't have enough horror science fiction movies, like
I know.
space horror movies, like Event
Alien.
Horizon and Alien and stuff like that. And Aliens was great, but not really a horror movie, So Aliens is not a horror movie. Aliens is an action movie. Come on, that isn't.
What?
That is an action movie. Alien is a horror movie. Aliens is
Well,
an
I
action.
didn't say aliens, did I? I said alien.
You did,
Yeah.
but then I said Alien.
Yeah.
And then get back to your hand.
All
Craig,
right.
man.
Back to your human meringue.
Anyway, that's it for Geek News.
All right. That's it for the Crave podcast then. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Until then, you can read more of the stories we'll be talking about on CNET's Crave blog. You can email us at crave@cnet.com, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.